Alright. Hello fellow viewers, we are live right now. And this time it's Wild Wednesday. You already know what that means. That means I will hunt any, or shiny hunt any wild Pokemon, so no legendaries. More general, normal Pokemon, but still. As Shinies using the set RNG Manipulation. And for the first one I thought I'd maybe hunt Whalmer, because that is one of the pink shinies that I don't have yet, and I would really much like to have a shiny Whalmer. So let's go for that one then, I'd say first. May RNGesus bless thee. Hello human name, welcome back, and yeah, thank you. Good luck, thank you darling. And hi human name, how are you? Have a wild time? I'm sure gonna have that. So, okay. Whalmer is found on Route 129. And as mentioned before, I have a synchronizer that is adamant in nature. So that way I get shinies, even though normally without a synchronizer I wouldn't get them. That's why I never caught a shiny Whalmer. Or maybe I can get it. I mean, I can show this. Wait. Yeah, none. See, there is a Whalmer, but it's at frame 28,642, which I can show you what that is in minutes. So that would be 8 minutes. Waiting 8 minutes per reset, that is just that. No, I won't do it. That just eats up time for absolutely nothing. So I use a synchronizer like the Espeon that I'm showing right now. Just adamant hart in German. And then when I click generate now, see, I get one in, still get one, even though right now that shouldn't work because I just had a glance to the profile and it says, Yana's Ruby, which this isn't, it's Emerald actually. Because I do know I don't have a frame this early in my Emerald, so... Alright, that is not good. I think the, it's doing the glitch thing again. Synchronize, to my knowledge, does not work the way it does in Emerald. It doesn't work in Ruby and Sapphire because it hasn't been implemented yet. That's why if I click Ruby here, it shouldn't show a synchronizer. That is so strange. Okay, we are not using grass, we are using the good rod. And we go to Route 129, which also has a Whalmer. We have a synchronizer with adamant, generate. Okay, no, that can't be. Jeez, I think I have to close, why does it keep happening? It just glitches without any reason sometimes. Right, I don't want to, it's not rubies I'm interested in. Okay, so I have the program open and apparently it doesn't show on stream. No, it doesn't. Why does that keep happening to me? That is very unfortunate indeed, and I can't seem to get it to show up again. It just shows up as stripes, which is very annoying. Should we continue to stream like this, or should I how do I say it? Should I pause the stream or end it and then just do a new stream? Because I mean, I can still do the manipulation, the program works, but you guys can't see it, which is... I don't know why that keeps happening to me. but I think the program is just really old and I haven't updated it yet. Okay. Human name says it's fine. What happened though? I mean, if you look at the screen, can you see that it's just stripes of the Pokéfinder program? And you can't see the program that I'm using to show what frames we need, and that is unfortunate. It worked before, but the program glitched and gave me ruby frames for my emerald, which doesn't make sense. Sometimes that gets stuck, and now it happened again. So I opened and closed the program, and yeah, it's still not, doesn't seem to work. Try it again. Right, I think I can still work like this, but it's unfortunate because I want to show you how maybe I want to inspire some people to do this as well, just like the streamer I'm a Blizzy also inspired me to do this. Well, oh well, I mean, let's just continue. So there's a shiny frame at 15,489, where usually I wouldn't have one. Although apparently I don't need a synchronizer. Although that is, hang on, that is route 124. Why is it doing that? I have no idea why it is doing that. Okay, so I see it's the same with route 129, so it doesn't matter. If you fish, you use a delay of 1. So the frame that I will be hunting is, and now even my Eontimer, I don't know if you see it, but my Eontimer is currently glitching out. Murphy's Law, what do you want? Why does everything go wrong at once? Just when I stream. When I don't stream, there's no problem. Okay, oh, it's showing again. Okay, good. At least that program is showing. Okay, I'll head to route 129. Okay, so the first one we don't even need a synchronizer. It's really annoying that it keeps doing that. Oh, I can actually stay on this route and don't need to go to that other route. Opened YouTube Studios in Eontimer spot. Okay, that is very strange. I don't know, this is sometimes Eontimer also doesn't work, and it doesn't I set it to audio visual, but it only does a audio cue or a sound cue and not an audio cue, which is very strange. And I can't explain why that happens, but it's unfortunate when it happens on stream. But oh well. So you use the good rod. We'll get a level 26 adamant Whalmer then. According to my program that unfortunately you guys can't see now, but I mean I can still read it out loud so you can still follow along. Okay, I'll save again just in case, even though it's irrational, but a double save is better than none. I think I'm not the only one always doing these double saves. So yeah. This is where I fish. The spot doesn't matter where you fish. Do you have a shiny Phoebus? Yes, I have. So this is a Magikarp. Obviously, that's not what I want. And now we can start the hunt. Let's go. Maybe it's also OBS having problems. I've heard Streamlabs is a bit better, but I don't have any experience regarding Streamlabs. Not even a single bite. Then you just try again. And once this message appears, obviously it depends on the language of the game that you're playing, but once a message like this appears where there's no ... no ellipses coming, then that means a Pokemon will be generated once you click the A button. And I'm not holding or pressing anything, I'm not pressing any buttons. This is just you press A until this text box comes up, and then you wait. And once the timer in Eontimer hits 0, that's when I press A. And with a 1 frame delay, which I already put into the program to calibrate, the Pokemon gets generated, and because we are on route 128, it looks up what Pokemon it should spawn, and because the battery is not broken, the RNG is broken, but the battery has run dry, so the game cannot, or the game code is not capable of producing new random Pokemon. So it's not really a true random number generator, it's a pseudo random number generator. And once the battery has run dry, it can't do any new calculations with that. So you always get the very exact same Pokemon per specific frames. Even maybe same nature, same IVs, same PID, same level, maybe same slot, same gender. That's why I have so many adamant female shinies in my Emerald, because that's what the earliest frame gives me. Or in Ruby I tend to get more male shinies, because that's just what the secret ID and trainer ID combination give me for a game that runs Ruby and has a dry battery. At least that's a pretty shortened version to explain why it happens as it happens and why you can exploit it. It's what I'm doing. I know mathematically when my game generates a shiny, and I'm basically just waiting for the exact moments, and that's what the timer does. And Pokéfinder helps me find anything that I want with a drop-down menu. It's pretty nice what you can do nowadays. Double saving is a classic. Oh yeah. Always double save. It is really annoying that the Pokéfinder program doesn't work, but really I'm trying everything and I can't, just won't show up on stream. Even though the windows are open and the stream filters are on. How bizarre. Nope. Doesn't matter what I change, it doesn't show up. There we go. Let's see if I hit it correctly. No, that is a Magikarp. Oh wait. What am I doing? I have the synchronizer in front. I don't need it. At least I don't, I didn't put it into the Pokéfinder program. And you do have to set the game, or you have to follow the, let's say, instructions given. You have to work with the values that you're given, obviously. Forgot, does the Super Rod also give you a Whalmer? I'm checking that. Okay, it does. I think I prefer using that and doing double save again. Just can't help it. No audio on Eontimer? That is weird. I did hear it though. I do hear it. Right, so the should I do it like that? With the Super Rod, the best rod in the game, I should get a level 32 female shiny Whalmer. Let's go. Super Rod and Super Angel. Alright, I wanted to test something. Hold on. No, it's still beeping. Thought that maybe turning off some monitors in the room would help, but apparently those monitors don't make the noise. Although I think it is a bit better now. So, how has anyone's Wednesday been? Or maybe the week? See, it's a pretty quiet day today. Let's see how many shinies I'll get in this stream. Hopefully not many copies like the last time, but you know, whatever happens, happens. Basically did nothing today. I see, but usually I say that it is very important to have at least sometimes days like this, just to come down and escape from the stress, I would say. And I know some people feel very guilty when they have days like these, or they feel ashamed, but sometimes the human body needs days like these. Lazy days. Not always, and it doesn't have to spiral out of control, of course. Oh, I'm a bliss stream, still streaming. what do we have? We have 45 seconds left. I think it's still a bit early. I did find out the non-loan word for electricity in Faroese is Ravmuggen, which means amber power. Okay, that sounds really cool, amber power. Though I do wonder how it came to be amber power. Ten seconds left. Let's check. That's a love disc. Loan words can be very fascinating. My native language also has a lot of loan words from French and from German, sometimes even from English. Try to figure it out. The thing is, it's grammatically incorrect. Oh, okay. I mean, I keep saying like, but apparently the saying like this is, or used to be, grammatically incorrect in English. I think the first emergence of that sentence was back in the 20s, if I'm not mistaken, when some cigarette company marketed Winston's taste good like cigarettes should. And that wasn't a sentence back then. But because the ad was omnipresent, it became actually grammatically correct. Because it was used enough. And now we have a whole Valley Girl kind of accent, let's say, that uses not misconception, but wrong grammar that became correct grammar, and that's just so fascinating that something like that exists. Try explaining that to an alien. Where would you even begin to explain that? At least that's just me, maybe. It's supposed to be Ravsmagen, okay. I think people put away the S. Okay. Because it's easier to pronounce. Okay, I see. That could be the case. Hey there, James. How have you been? Alright, I'm here. What time did you start? Did you miss anything? No, you didn't miss anything. You did miss how my program kind of doesn't want to really work. My OBS doesn't want to show my Pokéfinder program. And before when it was shown, it glitched out and it mixed my Ruby profile with my Emerald profile, giving me essentially wrong advances or wrong frames. Don't know why that happens, but I know it happened in the Ho-Oh stream that I know. Now it's happening again, but I asked my audience and it was agreed to continue streaming, so no, until now you haven't really missed anything. I've also explained a bit the mechanic when you hunt for, or if you want to RNG manipulate Shinies when you use a rod, then you have to use a delay of 1, and you need to pick Super Rod or any of the rods as encounter type in the RNG info box, which you don't see right now because the program is glitching, but So did you say you start at 19 my time? Sorry, it was earlier. I mean, I started... Usually Wednesdays start at 20 or 8 p.m. my time, so that's 19 your time. Yeah, should be. Don't want a love disc. How was your day, James? Or any one of my viewers' day? Because I see some new viewers have joined the stream. Didn't want to make this a longer stream, as in minimum 3 hours. Oops, what am I doing? I should have pressed A at that moment. Yeah, I want you, but in pink. There we go. Still not lucky with the job search. I either don't get any responses or I just get ghosted, but that's just the state of the economy we're in now. And all things considered, I'm probably one of the more lucky ones, considering that I have a family that supports me. To be fair, when they had, when some of them had trouble with anything or they needed help, I was also there for them. I think that's just fair, and that's the way things should run. Oh. Okay, that was not my intention. I'm surprised using like that was grammatically correct from when the Nordics invaded the British Isles. We used the word lika or lika, which sounds similar for the same purpose. Ah. So the I with the, let's say, accent aigu, I know it's not an accent aigu, but in French they also have that exact accent on an E. What is the pronunciation? Laika or laka? Lika? Grammatically incorrect. Yeah. And this time I don't mistakenly press A afterwards. You can fool around doing the countdown, but once that counter hits 0, you need to be prepared. Like this, you have to have this text box up. Sorry, you have to have this text box up. Hey there, Spipo, or S-Pipo, S-Pipo, however you pronounce the name. Welcome to my stream, how are you doing? So we have 34, 33, well, 30 seconds left. Then hopefully I'll get the timing right. I really have to make sure that the Pokéfinder program works correctly, like 10 minutes before the stream. Always seems to glitch the first instance I open it. Let's see if that was the correct frame. That's a Corsola, pretty nice, but we could get that shiny as well. I'll just check if... Okay, then I think I have to do it with Synchronize. Yeah, with Synchronize we could get that one as well, so there's that. But first, Wailmer, of course. So let's try again. Real cool to see you active on YouTube again. Yeah, top 10 most disturbing video game characters tracks you made over 10 years ago were some of the first videos I ever watched on YouTube. Oh, what an honor, thank you. Yeah, I will probably also do... I mean, I won't stop with the countdowns, but because of the state when I was inactive and I tried finishing my high school and university first, so I put YouTube aside. And during that time frame, during these years, countdowns have been done to death. And what is good and entertaining then can change to the now. But I will still make them. I do have some plan for this year. Although I will try to make better videos because the ones I've been doing previously are very amateurish and I know I can do better than that. So yeah, this channel isn't dead, I just put it aside. Right now I have more time on my hands than usual. I'm done with university, so I'm trying to look for a job. The economy is unfortunately not good at the moment, but still I'll do my best, and in the meantime I'll also try to further my YouTube career or just online career and see where it goes. I don't need to be world famous. So I think that maybe answers your doing alright. How about you question? Hopefully. It's pronounced like a U and an I combined. So U, like in German, die U, or Luxembourgish, die U. It's a sound you go from saying U to E. Okay. I see. Interesting, I learned something new today. But with you, human name, I always learn new things, so that's good. Used to watch your videos all the time as a kid. Thank you. It's so nice to come across you again. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Aubrey, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'll, as I said before, I'll stream, try to stream every week, doing RNG Manipulation, because it's much more fun doing that live than doing videos of that. I do have videos that are still work in progress. The thing is, I cannot find my program anymore. I had to take it off my PC, and now I need the CD. Yeah, it's still pretty old. But then again, Sony Vegas and other programs cost so much money, and I'm not a fan of the subscription model. No, Adobe has some great programs, but at the moment I can't afford their subscriptions, so I have to rely on Sony Movie Studio. Although I just don't know where I put the CD, I still have to go through my apartment. I thought that maybe I left it in my childhood bedroom, my parents' house, but no. But once I get that, there's also more shorts that will come. So get the channel a bit started, and widening the things that I want to put on my channel. Not just countdowns, but maybe also not just video game related stuff, but basically anything I'm vaguely interested in. I think that would be interesting to see. We don't have the U sound. The sounds basically quickly from U to E. Ah, okay, so it's still different. no, Wikipedia has a list or a glossary of all the. I know there's letters. I forgot the name or the categorization name they use for that alphabet, let's say. But there's an alphabet or there are letters that indicate how you pronounce them. And Wikipedia has a list of these, so I'll go through that later because that is interesting. I've never seen a I used with an accent like this. Even though, of course, I knew that that would have existed or has to exist in some language. I did see it on keyboards. I did see it on in video games when you have to type something and you can use accents like this. So I knew it was used in some language, but I never used for what, in what language and how it was pronounced. It's always interesting to see that. Something phonetics, yeah. Keep forgetting the name, but they do have a very specific name. Right. Getting more and more viewers, that's good. Hopefully I'll get the shiny coal would be nice. Corsola. Love Disc will hunt for what? Valentine's Day. That one will be saved for that specifically. And I could also switch between Emerald and Ruby for that hunt, although I planned on using Ruby because then at least I'll get shiny Love Discs that have a few IVs that are perfect, even though it's completely useless competitive wise. Way too frail. It's the only thing it has going for it is speed, and that won't save you when the rest of your stats are very bad. Unfortunately. Were you also like this when you first saw Alomomola concept art, or not concept art, but just art, or you saw it in the game? When you saw it for the first time, did you also think it was going to be a evolution for Love Disc? And then you were really disappointed that it wasn't? I do know that's a somewhat common phenomena online, and to other random people that I've spoken in real life, not on the internet, they also thought that Alomomola was going to be, or was at least at one point meant to be, a Love Disc evolution. Still don't understand why they didn't do it. Maybe they really didn't see the connection. But Love Disc is a bit, it's stuck in PU basically forever. It's not usable at all in competitive. And that's a shame. I do feel bad for it. It doesn't have to be that bad. Pretty sure everyone thought it was a Love Disc evolution. Yeah, I think so. Although I've spoken to people who said no. But maybe they forgot Love Disc existed at all. Let's see. That's a Love Disc. What a whelm. But the good thing is you can always try again. Don't think I need to calibrate. I already know the exact frame and delay that I need. And this Saturday it's gonna be Shiny Latias, so the Chowl mascot of some sort. How I found out it wasn't after hatching one from an egg. Yeah. I mean, it could have still been something like, for example, if you breed a, what's it, the English, Wobbuffet? Yeah, if you breed a Wobbuffet in Generation 3, like in this game, you will get a baby Wobbuffet out of the egg, and you need to give it a very specific incense so that you get a why not. Maybe some people could have argued it was something like that, and then they tried to giving the Alomomola a some kind of incense, but obviously that wasn't the case. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I wonder if at one point it was maybe considered to be an evolution and then they scrapped that idea last minute, who knows. Although I don't think I've seen any evidence to that fact. But sometimes you do wonder if that ever was the case. Too bad Alomomola isn't that great either. I do like the design. Alomomola first conversion form. Yeah, maybe. I mean, right now with all the new stuff, new concepts that they're trying, they could do a lot more. They could give Love-Disc a actual evolution, why not? They did give Farfetch'd one, which was well deserved, even though I don't like Farfetch'd, but yeah, that was deserved. Dunsparce though, the Dunsparce, I'm not a fan of that, because I preferred if Dunsparce would become something more, let's say, competitively viable. I'm probably on the make it a cool Quetzalcoatl-like type camp. Call it cliche, but I would have preferred something like this. I mean, who knows, maybe the Dunsparce will get an evolution down the line in the future of our future. Or maybe they'll do alternate universe versions, which they've already kind of did. What knows what the future will hold? We already have over 1,000 Pokemon right now. Oh wait, no, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I do, that problem does not resolve with Pokéfinder. Oh well. Still trying after 44 minutes of streaming. I pressed A too late, but it doesn't matter, I have 220 seconds time to do this, so very easy. The only one I haven't done yet is with Rock Smash. I don't even know the correct delay for that, but I should try and learn that one because I will use it for a future format that I'm going to use, and it's a stream format. Just like Wild Wednesdays is something that I plan on doing every Wednesday for at least, let's say, a year, but preferably longer. And one of these future streams that I plan on doing are safari hunts. So I go into the safari zone in Emerald or Ruby and I try getting shinies that way. That means, yeah, I can also fail them live because you can't capture them like you can in the overworld. You can't weaken them. You can throw bait and you can throw a stone or a rock. And obviously, with the mechanics, if you do the one thing, the Pokemon won't flee, but the catch rate will go lower, or if you throw a rock it will flee. It will be more likely for the Pokemon to flee, but then it will be easier to catch it, so on and so forth. So it's a risk management mini game basically. And I will RNG manipulate shinies in that as well. I do want a Heracross, and you can get a Heracross in the Safari Zone. At least in Emerald I know it's possible to get. Usually I would have to wait way too long for a shiny Heracross to spawn, but using the synchronized method I can get one in the 15,000 frame range, which is usually my the desired frame range I use when I hunt on Emerald. I think Dunsparce should lose its only segment on evolution. Okay, yeah. That's also a interesting spin. Was away from keyboard, sorry if I missed anything. No, not yet. Haven't had a shiny yet. Have the stream running my PC for extra views, thank you James. I mean, starting out small, right, but we're getting there. I do keep seeing more and more viewers coming in. We already have 2 that I haven't really seen a lot during the live stream, so that's great. Do wonder where Shiny Rayquaza and where Arch are. Usually those 2 people would always be in my streams. Great. Human name, you have been in my streams for so long, I just made you a moderator now. Oh! Oops! Okay, so I accidentally hit a shiny Love Disc frame. So yeah, there we go, first shiny. It's not the shiny that I wanted, and usually I wanted to save that for Valentine's Day. Oh! Ah, first live shiny fail. Haha. Or at least not really, but yeah. It's not a problem, I already have a shiny Love Disc, but I now learned and remembered that the fact that they have body check, which has recoil damage, so no shiny Love Disc. I just failed it, but I mean, theoretically I could go for infinite shiny Love Discs. I did hit a frame. Too bad that the program doesn't work, but I will check what frame. Okay, I think I've hit that frame instead of the other one, so... Oh wait, no. I think I hit that frame. There we go. At least I believe so. It's a good question. Was I a bit early or a bit late? Hard to say. Maybe I shouldn't calibrate. I'll just go at it again. Rip shiny, I love a mole, I love this guy. I mean, I have one in my boxes, right? I'll probably get, probably hit that frame again, maybe. But, yeah, it wasn't like the shiny Latios that fainted over and over again. Press F in the chat if you want. I'm a single policy voter and is taking away Dunspor's only segment. Thank you for the mod. You're welcome. Guess the shiny love this stream is saved. Well, I mean, I was dumb in the fact that I forgot that I can use a attack that has recoil. And that means I should not use false swipe on it at all. So, yeah. Lesson learned, I guess, but it's not like a shiny fail where you reset over and over again. You know, the ones you see on YouTube when you Google shiny fail. With these extreme reactions. Because I would be very angry, and that has happened to me. I did fail shinies before in my life, and I do understand the frustration and anger that comes when you, for example, you reset for thousands of times and then you get a shiny just for the shiny to die on you. I absolutely understand the emotions that come with that. But with the RNG manipulations, it's kind of funny. I just laugh because, I mean, I can get infinite amount if I try it over and over again, so that's no problem. That's also the sole reason I do the safari hunt, or consider doing a safari hunt stream at all, because I'm always scared when I play the safari zone. I'm always scared that I accidentally run into a shiny and fail it, and the failing being beyond my control, because the safari zone is a bit of a gamble. But with RNG manipulation, I mean, it doesn't matter as much. Only these shinies can be generated and all. Not sure why that happened, but I'm back. Sorry if I missed anything. Yeah, no, I just, I got the wrong shiny that I didn't hunt for because I accidentally, hit the frame that gave me a shiny love disc. And I used false swipe on it, meaning that the HP will be completely gone except for one, so it has only 1 HP. And then the love disc used a move that has recoil. So yeah, 1 HP minus anything. Done. Gone is the love disc, and I can't, I mean, I didn't catch it, but not a problem, since I already have one. This exact frame. And I plan on hunting them for the Valentine stream anyway. I know my, I guess not buddy, but he has given me the inspirations to do RNG hunts, the YouTuber I'm a Blissey. He also does a stream, also right now, maybe if he's still online, in case he is. He tries getting every single shiny that he can in Emerald using RNG manipulation, just like I am using it here. When he gets the wrong shiny frame, he just resets. And I understand that because he wants to, he doesn't want to waste too much time. But even when I get a shiny that I don't really hunt it for, don't want, I will still try to catch it. And maybe not do a stupid mistake like I did with the the love disc. I have to go, but I'll try tuning into future streams. Good luck and take care. Thank you, Spipo. Don't know how to pronounce it, have to learn that. And thank you for being here at all, and looking forward to see you again. You asked how my day was. Went to the apprenticeship event at my old college. I see, and I might be starting with Enterprise soon, if you know who they are. Oh, it's a group called Enterprise? Or is it a company, travel group? I don't know. I don't think I've heard of them. Nothing definite though. It sounds great. Well then, I hope that you'll get whatever you want with that. Hopefully that will work out for you. I know how it is. I'm also looking for a job right now, and I'm currently applying to sectors where I don't have, sectors outside my field where I was in. For example, I did go to university for computer science, but right now they are laying off a lot of people in computer science because some bosses think that they can replace us with AI, which, AI is it can do some wondrous things, okay, but I'm not anti-AI, but I am anti screwing workers over like that. And yeah, it's pretty tough for that, and it's also, I don't really have a lot of or any experience with that, and companies nowadays, they don't want to train you anymore. They want someone who comes to them with experience. If they see you don't have any experience, that's not very attractive to them, and then they don't take you. At least this is not a gospel or the absolute truth. That's just what I could muster up about my life. It's anecdotal evidence of my life and some people that I know. Bliss is still online. Still streaming, nice. Right now can't watch it because I'm streaming myself. Maybe if I finish before he does, we can raid him. Enterprise, the car company, no. Actually, I had never heard of them then. Customer services and IT, renting cars. Oh, so they don't manufacture cars, they do management with cars. That's what you're trying to say. So you can rent cars that they own, basically. Okay. I want either customer services or IT computer work, and this is a mixture of both. So it seems to be not so boring then, which is good. I'm fine with customer services if I'm not standing behind a checkout all for 8 hours. I got arthritis because of that. Yeah, I do know people that because they stood for over 6 hours a day, every day for decades. They got vein problems. I know multiple women that got vein problems because of that. Standing up and staying like that for hours on end for several years, decades even, that's not good for your veins, right? So they did develop varicoses because, the veins do have to work against gravity, and with age, and also if you're a woman due to the estrogen, you risk getting a varicoses easier than men do. Or if you like that, like James, like you said, you could also get arthritis or other ailments. And you're not free of that problem when you're a man. Men can also get varicoses like that. It's important to stretch and change position once in a while. Your body will say thank you. It's a pink love disc. Corsola would be nice as well. I'm racist against AI art, especially AI music. Okay, I know what you mean by racist, although I guess you're using that word more for the meme than anything, because AI isn't a race, but I do understand. Yeah, I'm actually very angry about how we use AI right now, because we could use AI to manage and do bureaucratic processes much faster, but we use it for art. No, I mean, can a machine really truly understand art? I also am not a fan of AI imagery and AI music. People say it's now so good that you can't spot it, although I disagree. At least I seem to be able to spot it. My husband as well, but I mean, he does have a bachelor in art, so obviously he is a trained eye. Yeah, I also don't like the fact that that means that artists are getting a harder time. Companies thinking that they can replace us with AI, even though AI should not replace workers. AI should help workers and be an extra, something that helps cut down time, makes it easier. Doesn't destroy the work per se, although sometimes that can happen and that's okay. But I'm just really not a fan of the way the AI is used right now by companies. Hey there, Shala Blades, welcome back to the stream. How have you been? AI could be used to remove a lot of the busy work, yeah, exactly, and streamline tedious work, exactly. But instead we're using it to screw over passionate people. Yeah, exactly, that's exactly what I keep saying that word, exactly. But yeah, it is what I mean. I also am of this opinion. I mean, my husband right now, he does have a bachelor in arts and he can find a job. And he's so talented. Just don't understand it, but there's been so many worker layoffs in these industries because of AI. Even though, again, I'm not anti-AI, but it's not used right now. Now it's AI versus workers when it should be AI and workers. When it comes to AI art, we can always tell. Yeah, you can tell. And if you have a good ear for music, at least I think I can also tell AI music. Especially if it's very derivative. If it's really clinically derivative, that's only AI does that. That's because they don't really understand AI in a art in a fundamental level. On a fundamental level, sorry. It's just, art is more than just the act of taking a paintbrush and doing anything. It has meaning, it has connotations, it has social cues, it has a history, it has a context, it has so much going for it. And I'm saying that as a autistic person that really has a hard time figuring out figures of speech and metaphors. But yeah, the curtains are blue. That sometimes doesn't just mean that they are blue. Usually choices in art are, well, I mean, they are calculated even. It's also good to be back, loving the Emerald content. Thank you. That is very nice to read. And again, a pink one. So first one was a fail. Second one hopefully is gonna be a Whalmer. I mean, the Love Disc event is already planned for Valentine's Day, which is soon. I do wonder how many I can get. Okay, again. Alright. And now we wait. Now it's a very hostile and competitive economy out there, when it could be less competitive and a bit more collaborative. Not to say that we should finish with all the, or stop with all the competition, but the way it's going right now, I really don't like it. Also, with everything becoming more expensive. Yeah, James, it's been 1 month since you were here. I know, right? I mean, it's already been a whole week of February. That's also so weird. And I've been married for 4 years already, so where does time fly? Where does it vanish? It's insane how fast it goes sometimes. I think I'll paste a link into the chat for the Discord server that I made. It's still bare bones. I still have to get around fixing up and tidying up some things, but I mean, the community, it's still early. Maybe you could be one of the forerunners of the community wherever it goes. It's still young, still fresh. I mean, I still have some subscribers from my old days, which is, I'm super happy for that, obviously. It's already 2024. That by itself now, that people born in 2000 are now 24 years old, and to me, having been born in 1994, that is strange. That, yeah, I have to admit, time really flies so fast. Oh, remind me, did you say I could play GB Color titles on my SP? I haven't bought any GBC games yet, as I wasn't sure. Yeah, the Game Boy SP plays Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. No problem, that works. You can even use the L and R shoulder buttons to choose if you want a wide or a normal aspect ratio. That's why the SP is so great. It has backlight, and you can play all the classic titles on it. If I had more money, I would bribe an economist to write a paper on why it would be economically viable to annex the entire Atlantic Ocean. That sounds like some kind of comic book plot. And I'm here for it. I would like to see a story like that. No, that's a normal love disc. Getting. OG sub here, actually. I still see a Shiny Latias. Oh, so wow! Thank you first. I'm very honored to still have OG subs sticking around. That is a display and a basically proof of extreme loyalty to me. And yeah, the Shiny Latias iconography will not end with the icon. I mean, I did change the icon, but that will still be around. Okay, again. Finally. A week ago I had to rebuy an original DS. Someone on Vinted had one for 15 euros, so that's very cheap. Which is pretty good, but still waiting for it. Why are we waiting for it? 15 euro, that's a steal for a DS Fat. That's the original DS, right? That you are referring to. None of you would have been subbed longer than me. I don't know. How long have you been subscribed? Since 2008 or 9, James? Maybe Shala subbed earlier, who knows? I know I have subscriptions where I mean, I did lose some, and those were turned out to be very old accounts that weren't active anymore. I mean, I think, can I even check that? I'll see. I mean, I see that I have had some recent one as well. But yeah, I can't really... I'll see if I am somehow able to. I mean, I did find 8 years, which is not, I do have a user called Caleb, so CAALEB 1670, who's been subbed to me for 9 years. And when I hover here in YouTube Studio over yours, I mean, James, I don't know which one you're using right now, because I can't tell from looking. But it's at Life of Jimbo. That one is subscribed for 8 years. But probably the original, you probably mean the original account back then that you used. Oh no, I've paid for it, yes. Ah, okay. But waiting for them to ship it out, subbed since 2008. Yeah. Yeah, at least you got that. It's a shame the old one, the one that you bought in Germany broke. Hopefully that one will not break as fast. Been subbed since the Pokemon types video, so quite a while. Maybe a little earlier, so James has been around longer than me, yeah. He was around when I didn't even have any videos up, I think. Is it possible to see the subscriber with most subscribers? To my knowledge, no. But I could be wrong. Often forget I had an account before this one, yeah. Isn't that one that got hacked? Then again, I'm not sure if that was the one. I've been on YouTube since 2008 though. Again. Need to be blessed again. So this Saturday it's gonna be shiny Latias, and I'll try to catch the Latias in a luxury ball, which may or may not mean that the Latias will struggle herself to death multiple times, like what happened with the shiny Southern Island Latios that I got in Emerald. But I'm willing to do that. I found a way of cloning a lot of luxury balls. Once at a time, so I could clone 30, 60, even more. And then using Pokemon Box, I can transfer them onto my Ruby cartridge, and that way I can have hundreds of luxury balls, and I'll try catching the shiny Latias and the shiny Rayquaza in these. My original account's the one that got hacked, yeah, okay. So I had to make this one, still annoyed about that. Seller said the S was so cheap if he didn't have a spare charger to ship with it, but I have loads lying around, yeah. It's the same charger as the one the SP uses, so you can interchangeably use them, which is great. It's the same thing with the video and audio cable for the GameCube. That one also works for the Nintendo 64 and the SNES, so you essentially need one type of cable and that's it, which is good. And usually you also get the cable by itself for pretty cheap. Usually. So what time is it where you are from now, dear viewers? I mean, I do know where Human Name and James Carson, where they are situated at. But all the others that are with us right now, maybe they want to say that. Of course, I'm not forcing anyone. But it's always interesting to see because I mean, it is an English stream, but I'm not streaming from England because I'm not English. And not streaming from America because I'm not American, I'm Luxembourgish, so I usually stream when it's evening or really late evening where I am. In that way I get most of my viewership. A lot of them are from the US. So I have to stream a bit later for them to see my streams. I don't see myself ever buying an N64, but that's good to know. Yeah, I know, you're not a fan, just like me. Even though I don't really like the N64, if I would make a countdown, which I think I will do, about my favorite to least favorite consoles of Nintendo, the N64 would rank really low. I think it's just nostalgia, blindness, hype that's carrying it right now. I mean, there are some really fantastic games for it. For example, the first Super Smash Bros. That one's good. The Mario Kart game, yeah, it's Mario Kart. You can't go wrong with that. And there's also other good games. Super Mario 64, of course. Can't really criticize that one too much because that was the very first 3D jump and run attempt made in gaming history. So they didn't have anything to base themselves off of and they still succeeded, which I do think we should give them credit for that at least. But still, James, you could buy retro clone consoles, for example the Retron 5, which I think also, if my memory serves correct, it also plays N64 games, so that way should you ever have a certain N64 game that you care about but only those few, you can always have a clone console like that plays multiple games, and then you don't ever need to buy a N64. That's a suggestion. Maybe one day you'll find a N64 game that you still like. I mean, I for myself, like I said before, I don't really like the N64, even though still I have two. I have a translucent purple one and a translucent red one, because I got these are limited edition and I got them cheap. Just the console itself, no cables. It was a good deal. I think it would translate to 15, 17. Okay. Where'd the Virtual Boy be? I mean, should I rank a console that I don't own a Virtual Boy. I've played on it once at a exhibition thing, a convention. And it never came out in Europe. The Virtual Boy would probably, I mean, I did mean a countdown of wanted to do that separately, home consoles and handheld consoles, and I would put the Virtual Boy at a handheld. At least I do think that the design of the console is meant for it so you can pick it up and bring it with you. And yeah, obviously that one is the worst, but maybe one day I'll get one, but right now, if you don't have really a fixed income, that's not what you worry about. Did you feel that way about the N64 when it came out? Yeah, I was somewhat disappointed, yeah. I thought that the 3D was going to be a bit better. I didn't have it in childhood, no. I didn't have friends and family in the neighborhood or close to where I live that had the console, so I did play it a lot, but I didn't own one. I never owned one. I did own the GameCube, and the SNES I did own, the NES I did own, the N64 I only played at cousins or friends' places. My local game store sells pre-owned N64 between 150 and 450 euros. Wow, that's a lot. Like Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, Kart 64, I think this Party 64, I'm not sure. Yeah, RetroCon also had a Virtual Boy, yeah, but it was way too expensive for me, considering that it's not a good console. All consoles are handheld if you're strong enough, yeah. I guess you could say that. The Virtual Boy doesn't really have a lot of games. How many games are there? I think 25 and that's it. That's the whole library. Or even less. I know AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd, he owns basically the whole library for the console. Okay, I want my shiny whale. You never know what whatever comes up in Wild Wednesdays. But until now, I'm 1 hour in, and 1 hour 22 minutes, and I don't have a shiny yet. And the shiny that appeared, that I failed. But then again, planned on streaming for at least until it's midnight where I am. So giving up our hopes, that's not what I want these streams to be like. Enters room holding TV screen and stationary computer. Yeah, right now I'm picturing someone having a monitor on their shoulders, or a TV on their shoulders, and the console in one of the hands. Yeah, in the other hand, basically just carrying like that. But then, I mean, how handheld could you be with the? I mean, the console needs to be plugged into a outlet, and usually these are in the wall, so you need a very long cable if you want to take it with you everywhere. Or you do some Rick and Morty shenanigans, although I would doubt that. There's some modders that try to and have succeeded in building a portable GameCube. So it's basically a like a Nintendo Switch, but it's a GameCube. So you can play GameCube games on it using the real CDs and the memory cards and all that. But it's like a Switch or a what's the Steam version called again? Jeez, why am I blanking out right now with that name? Steam also has a Switch-like console. Oh, the Steam Deck, yes. The Steam Deck. Now I remember. But yeah, it's a Steam Deck or a Switch, but it's for the GameCube. And I know some hackers or modders are selling these, and I really want one. I did manage to grab a used Super Boy, which is the same concept, but with for SNES games, for Super Nintendo games. And that one I'm really enjoying. That's really cool. But having something like that for the GameCube, that would be so amazing. I would literally take that with me every single time I travel. So I wouldn't have to take a console with me. Although sometimes I do that when I travel and I know the TV output, I do bring a Wii with me, and I do have a CD case for GameCube CDs, so mini discs. Then I take these games with me. Become a living generator. I mean, I am a living generator, right? I am. My cells, especially the mitochondria, which you guys know exactly what it is. I don't need to say what it is. But it does create energy for my cells. So I am a living generator, but my body is not compatible with the electric plug, so fortunately can't do that. Have a comically large generator with you at all times, yeah. On wheels, that would be so funny. Just for a just for you to say, oh, I play my GameCube handheld. Google says you have Enterprise in Luxembourg. I'll send a screenshot. Yeah, usually companies do have some things here because Luxembourg is a tax haven for companies, so not surprised about the fact that apparently we have them. Never heard of them before though. Maybe I've read that somewhere and I didn't give it a thought, so I completely erased that from my memory because my brain thought that wasn't relevant. Probably. My husband has a Steam Deck. He's very happy with that. Although some games don't really work with it, unfortunately. The Sonic Adventure 2 that he has on Steam doesn't seem to work on Steam Deck. At least we haven't figured it out then, I guess. Yeah, but should I ever rack the cash together for a mod like that, a portable GameCube would be amazing. I would love that. Wasn't sure if you are able to Google Enterprise, you might recognize it. I mean, Enterprise is a word that gives me so many search results, and with Google becoming worse and worse with every passing year, I don't think that I'll find a lot, honestly. You don't have a lot of corporations here. Capitalism has not set foot on here yet. Oh, trust me, capitalism is already there. It's just not completely or as present there as it is everywhere else. But enjoy that brief time that you have, because I mean, you can see how where the world is heading towards, right? Yeah, you don't have a McDonald's, that is true, and that is very rare. I did think that if there was going to be something in every single country, although, I wanted to finish the sentence by saying there should be a McDonald's in every single country, but then my brain said, but what about North Korea? And was like, oh yeah, of course. They would never have an American company on their grounds, certainly not. Googled Enterprise Luxembourg was the first result to show up. Yeah, but you Googled it from the UK. When I Googled it, it's from Luxembourg, so I mean, I can try, but oh yeah, I've seen them in Germany. Now that I see the logo, I've seen them in Germany. Well, good luck with that job then, or prospect, whatever it is. Yeah, like I said before, I'm also trying to maybe go into different fields where initially my bachelor wasn't for that, but seeing as they lay off so many workers in IT, maybe I have to get some work experience first, no matter in what area that might be in. Enterprise sounds like a dystopian corporation. Yeah, it does. Doesn't exactly awaken good feelings when I read that. Hope you like the surfing music in Generation 3. Come on, I do want that shiny whale murdo. What do I get? No, that's not what I want. Alright, so... Oops, I misclicked somewhere. I'll just try a bit later frame. I'll get a level 36 Whalmer then, apparently. Yeah, as opposed to a lower level one. Let's try. And should I get the Blissy's custom-made events to work on my cartridges? Obviously, I'm also gonna shiny hunt these. That would be very fun. And also for those who are not used to being in my streams, I usually stream from every Saturday and Sunday. And I try to stream every Wednesday evening around the time that I'm streaming right now, where I'm doing Wild Wednesdays for now. And I also have a Patreon and a Ko-fi, if you wanna, in case you wanna spend a coffee for me, and fund my caffeine addiction. Or caffeine addiction it is, not in English, not caffeine. That's what I said, human name. Remember when I said that you can, when you're a polyglot, you gotta be you'll be stupid in multiple languages. That's exactly what that is. But yeah, point still stands. That is what I have. I also have a subscribed star, in case you don't have a Patreon, but you have that one. Should you in any way or form, either as a channel donation or a stream donation or a super thanks or a Patreon subscription just for 1 month or a coffee, whatever it is, then you are entitled to getting any of my shinies that you want, or just any Pokemon that you see. I will clone it using a glitch, the cloning glitch in Emerald, and then I'll transfer them to Pokemon Home, because I still have Pokemon Bank and all, and then you get to use it. You will get it via trade. We'll trade online, set that up, and then you'll get that shiny. Could be anything, either a Latias, a legendary, or be it a little shiny Phoebus or anything else. It's also caffeine with, it's also with an O here, caffeine. Yeah, okay, that. Yeah, it's in German. German, it has caffeine. Luxembourgish, it's caffeine. And for some reason my brain wanted to say that in Luxembourgish, even though no, it's not caffeine addiction, it's caffeine addiction. It's also confusing sometimes with, for example, there's the chemical element sodium, which the symbol is Na. In Luxembourgish and German, you say natrium, which would make sense with the symbol, but in French it's sodium, and in English it's sodium. So sometimes I say natrium something, and I have to stop myself and think and say, oh yeah, right, in English it's not natrium, it's sodium, and in French as well. Sometimes I tend to forget that. In Danish as well, that is good to know. That happens, should you know a couple languages. Sometimes your brain lags a couple of languages behind. Sodium is cringe, embrace natrium. Yeah, I want to say natrium chloride, but no, it's sodium chloride in English, not natrium. Even though the symbol is Na. Pretty unlucky today. Or unlucky as in keep messing up. This isn't as much luck based as it is technique based. Still building up the channel, of course. The Discord is pretty bare bones as it is right now. But that should also change in the future. Also trying to make the video production a higher quality, because I'm always happy when people tell me, like Shala Blades did, and others, where they said, hey, it's I've been a long time subscriber and I like your old videos, and that makes me happy, you know, but I do feel like I can do better, and it's time for that now, I would say. Because now I have more time. I mean, at first I never thought I was going to stream, honestly. But I thought, okay, so there's not many people, maybe 2 or 3, that are streaming shiny hunts using RNG manipulation. And I thought, hey, I can do that. Because if I actually wanted to watch some streamers do it, and I noticed that almost no one is doing that. There's Papa Hefe, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I think it's that. There's also, like I said before, I'm a Blissey, the one that, if I'm correct on that, I might be incorrect. He started the scene on YouTube. Or at least scene. I don't know if you can say it's a scene, but so basically those 2 guys that did RNG manipulation streams, and I don't know, it's thought that was kind of odd, and I thought to myself, okay, so if there's not that many streamers that do that, maybe I should do it. And for now, it's having fun. I hope my viewers are having as much fun, if not more, and maybe I'll inspire 1 or more people to also RNG manipulate. They don't have to stream it, but if they get a nice competitive shiny, and they are happy about that, that's all I need. Physically embrace chemical may have side effects with it. There's an untapped market. Ich liebe Kapitalismus. Nein, ich liebe den Kapitalismus überhaupt nicht. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, basically an untapped market a bit. Although the demand for that is basically not as big as I mean, I wanted that. Okay, that's demand, but that's just one person. I'm just one single person. But I'm trying to also up the demand because it's not as luck based, or almost not as luck based as the original normal hunts, vanilla shiny hunts. I don't rely on luck or odds. I rely on timing and figuring out my secret ID and calculating that. That is the fun part of that. Dang, imagine not loving the invisible hand. Imagine unironically believing in the invisible hand. More like that. But yeah. Don't be too loud, human name, or I think there will be a McDonald's where you are soon. So maybe hide for a bit longer, because you don't need a McDonald's over there, right? Aw. Still a pink one. I mean, I do want a pink Whalmer. Almost 2 hours in, and the only shiny that I've gotten until now was a... Well, I didn't even get it. It was a... It failed. I failed it. What a stream, huh? Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky like that. It is a very specific timing you have to press. I mean, I have to press the button with a 1 in a 60th second precision. So it is somewhat tricky, although I do prefer that over the standard vanilla shiny hunting, because that is just... I mean, it is a lot of work, but it's basically you reset and you check, and then if it's not shiny, you reset and you basically hope and pray for the best. But with RNG Manipulation, I have to press A at a very specific time 2 times or twice. It's not as easy, but do like the more challenging aspect to it. And it's also kind of good for your reaction time. I have noticed that my reaction times when I drive my car, it wasn't bad before, but it's gotten even better, and that has helped me. Let's check if he... Oh. No, Blissey is not online anymore. I hope McDonald's comes here so the unions can screw about up. Oh, like what happened with, was it in Norway with the Tesla factory? Where Elon Musk just thought that we are like the US in the way that we don't have labor laws. And then he was in for a surprise. So I guess when there's not a lot of corporations there, I think at least the air quality has to be really good where you are, right? Although I have reason to believe that maybe Sweden, yeah, but Norway has sympathy strike. Yeah, you're correct. It was Norway that had sympathy strikes, and it was Sweden who initiated the strike. Exactly, yeah. Thank you for correcting me. Wasn't sure which one it was anymore. Sympathy strikes, that such an honor. I was really happy when I read about that. I mean, it doesn't matter where my viewers are from, the housing crisis is also in full force. It's also a problem I especially have right now concerning Luxembourg. I mean, I am from Luxembourg, I was born and raised here. But the thing is, just buying something in Luxembourg is pretty much impossible for me, because a normal house, not even a villa or a mansion or anything like that, but a normal 4-bedroom house that isn't too big costs over €1 million, and I just don't have that kind of money. And I don't want to go in debt for an extreme amount just to have a normal house. When I pay 1 million, I want to have a mansion and not a shack. I mean, the wind is so strong here, we would be blowing the bad air over to Denmark, which I support. Yeah, as long as they have it and you don't, yeah. I don't know if you're producing that much bad air to begin with. Don't know if I don't think the Faroese Islands have many factories on them, although I could be mistaken. I would like to visit it once in my life, but how would I go about? I would prefer going there without taking a plane, because I hate flying. But I don't know what... Sorry, I don't know what kind of boat would drive there, or... Yeah. I don't know what kind of ferry I would need to take. Need to go and do research on that first, but... Yeah, I would also like to see Iceland as well. There's so many countries I would like to see and with my very own eyes, but fortunately there's money. Everything fun in life costs money, and I really try to never take the plane. Like I said before, I hate flying, and I'm also irrationally scared of flying, even though statistically speaking I should be much more worried about driving a car, because statistically speaking I would be much more likely to crash driving a car if I would be taking a plane. But as I said, it's irrational. It's an irrational fear that I have. A friend of mine flew home from Norway for a few days, and he said he couldn't believe a meal at a fast food restaurant was 20 euros. So I told him he should go to Luxembourg and see what it's like there. Yeah, I mean, Norway is expensive, but Luxembourg is a whole other story. Visit where? Norway? Yeah, I mean Norway as well. I said Iceland, Faroese Islands as well. There's so many countries that I want to visit. Antarctica as well. I want to see emperor penguins with my own eyes. But that would be a long voyage. It's the other end of the Earth, the planet. We have salmon factories. Yeah, that makes sense. It's probably one of the less environmentally polluting factory. Yeah, probably. A decent part of the production is also manual. Okay. We do have some parts of Luxembourg where there's a lot of factories, and usually villages surrounding these factories, the air quality there isn't as good. It's still good, but it's not as good as it should be. And that is something that you don't want in your country. Because unfortunately, one of these cities is where I grew up in. It's very in the south of Luxembourg, very close to a lot of factories. And I don't think I want to maybe live there in the future, should I ever even be able to afford it, of course. But I've been to Switzerland and Austria and Italy, parts where the air quality was superb, and I mean, I do want to give my lungs do them that favor. Been fascinated by Antarctica since I was a toddler. My late godmother knew someone who went over there and loved it. I mean, there's not a lot to see there, right? There's mainly scientists living there and working there, and that's it. But I just want to see the penguins and the animals. Okay, that didn't register. Do it again. There we go. And I want to see the Antarctic desert. And yes, it's a desert. It's just not a hot desert. It's a cold desert. I just want to see it once. Want to know what that's like. Probably not going to be there a lot because I'm not a fan of the cold. I prefer going somewhere where it's warm. But it's more of a discovering and making memories thing. Of course, it would be super cold there. Jeez, I bring the warmest coat that I could possibly find. And I think you're not allowed to touch any animal anyway, although I'm not sure what happens when an animal chooses to touch you. Because penguins are not really scared by humans. They don't have land predators that walk on two legs. They do have predators, of course, that are flying, and technically they have two legs, but they don't look like humans, so they're not scared of humans at all, at least on land. We have a desert in the Southern Faroese Island. Oh, what kind of desert? Because there's multiple types. Such a small surface area, and yet you have a desert. That's interesting. Because usually deserts form in areas where there's more surface area. At least that's what I got from geology and all the other sciences connected to it. But still, something like that can happen. That's very interesting. Just another little fact. A fact of life. Furthest I've been was the Maldives. It was a 10-hour flight. Unfortunately, I couldn't choose any other transportation option. Couldn't. Yeah, I mean, cruises aren't as good for the environment either. That was for my honeymoon. That was the furthest I've been away. I mean, it was really lovely, except the 10-hour flight. Just really dislike being in planes. Also, the airports are just so busy, and I don't like the feeling I have in my guts before the flight. Just hard to explain, but just feels wrong. And the irrational fear that I have, it's not a fan at all. Not sure, but there are so many sheep there compared to the ground that they were malnourished. Oh, poor sheep. We learned that about in biology like 4 years ago. Okay, interesting. So it's just fascinating to see that even on small surface areas like these, deserts of some type can still form. I'm the opposite. I love flying and turbulence, and for some reason I like going through airport security. Hey, more power to you. Pretty cool if you like it, but I just can't. I would prefer, if I would be given the choice of taking a flight that's shorter or driving there with a car, but it's longer, I would always pick the car option. Okay, let's see if that is not... No, that is not what I want. You like turbulence, though. You like that feeling? For some reason, for example, I'm not usually on boats. The number of times I've been on boats, I can count on my hand. But I don't get seasickness. But should I ever read or like play a video game or look at a video, a movie in a moving vehicle like a car, I'll get nauseous like I don't know what. So I don't understand why that is the way it is, but don't get seasick, but I do get sick like that. So I can't play a video game when I'm a passenger in a car ride. I just can't. I just become so nauseous. Unfortunately, that also means that I can't read books. While being while being in the car but not driving the car, and that's pretty unfortunate, but I can't seem to be able to change it, and it is what it is sometimes. What? It was found the sheep were a different species because of how small they were, but it was because there was a serious lack of grass. League of Legends players' dream home. I see, so there wasn't enough grass for them to all thrive. Poor sheep, I feel bad for them. Are you or any of my viewers doing anything for Valentine's Day? Or, I mean, I don't know if you're single or not. But if you aren't, do you have anything planned? Or do you just say, I hate Valentine's Day and I don't like what it stands for? Because that's also a valid answer for me. In case you have Valentine's Day hate, you can vent in the chat as well. I'm watching your stream on Valentine's Day, yeah. I mean, I'll do something. I'll go eat and do something with my husband, but that won't be in the evening, because I will stream in the evening. You don't have anything planned? I mean, my stream is a suggestion. For some reason my Elgato also has I have a problem in the way that it only records things that are connected when it's connected to the HDMI port where my graphics card is. But the problem is I need that HDMI port because that's the one I need to use for my monitor, or else that one doesn't work. That's very infuriating, so I can't really stream using that. So I have to use a second Dazzle. I mean, right now I'm using a Dazzle, which is a old capture card. But I plan on streaming more things, or multiple things at the same time. Especially with RNG Manipulation, because you do have to wait for a few minutes. Like here it's 4. How's it going with your brother and the friend who likes girls? I don't know, you have to ask him. I actually don't know. I'm not up to date with that. You got his number, right? Or at least you have him on any social media platform. Okay. Okay, good. So I am already streaming for 2 hours right now. And yet, still no shiny, so yield-wise, this might be the worst Wild Wednesday we've had. But then again, this is only the second one. And maybe I should stop talking because I'll jinx myself and there will be one where I don't get anything for 4 hours. Please, let's hope that is not the case. But I also want my stream to be somewhat of a, not a safe space, but a space where viewers can just listen to it in the background if they wish to do so, and where everyone is welcome. I do like chill streams like these, and I do want to replicate that feeling, these vibes, as they say. And I don't know if I'm the only one here, but I keep dreaming about having to go back to school, and it's exhausting. I think I need to start telling myself school has been a long time ago. You don't do that anymore. You're hunting for a job now. That's the stage of life you're currently at. And no, you don't have a test in something that you never studied for because it didn't exist, and that's just a stupid dream. No, usually I am very lucid, but doing dreams. I keep getting these dreams. I do know that it can be normal having dreams like these, but it's very annoying that every single night I have a dream about me having to go back to school or having to get a diploma in a language that doesn't exist, or dream logic. And then I get stressed in the dream because I'm taking a test and I'm like, I didn't study for this. What is this? This is a nonsense logic test. Other people keep having the same dream about their teeth falling out, and that's apparently a very common dream to have. Thing is, I never had a dream like that. And I dream almost every night, or basically every night. I dream very commonly. I know there's people out there like my brother who almost never dream, but for me it's the opposite. I am a heavy dreamer, and jeez, these school dreams are really getting out of hand. It's been a while since I've had a false awakening, though. That can also be very annoying and confusing. See, did I hit the frame correctly? No, it's a Corsola. Okay, Wilma is slot 1, 3, and 4. Okay, I'll just go for shiny 1, 3, and 4. I mean, you can't see what I'm doing right now because the program is glitching, but still. Okay, so no shiny Corsola using the super rod. I'll just continue with the frame that I'm hunting for right now. It's not a fantasy language, it's the shadow cabal of fairies, people who are inserting a language in people's streams further the agenda. Ah, I see. At least you're honest, thank you. I can't say I've ever dreamed of my teeth falling out. Yeah, you didn't have a dream like that as well? I mean, I've heard it very commonly. People told me that they had dreams like this, and I some research on it, and it seems to be a very common dream to have. Apparently, it oops, sorry, accidentally pressed A. Apparently, it symbolizes loss of control of something in your life. And I didn't have that in my life. I mean, who didn't, right? But funnily or oddly enough, I never had a teeth falling out dream. Being chased by something, yeah. Although I used to have these dreams as a child. Funny thing is, when I do have a monster dream or something attacking me, I somehow become lucid enough to know, wait, that can only be a dream, and then it just no clips through me, and then it stops. Because it gives up. That's very funny. I've dreamed of one tooth falling out, but not all of them. Teeth fall out spiritually. I mean, it's a very common dream theme. Also, when you Google it, teeth falling out, normal dream, there's a lot of people asking themselves that very same question. And yes, it is normal to dream that. And I also think that the whole backrooms community also got strengthened by the fact that many people have dreams like this, where they are in a weird looping or infinite hallway or building that does not follow the standard laws of geometry that we know in real life. Stairs that lead to nowhere, almost like a Escher painting. Or you going into a room just for there to be another room and another door, or anything that you can find in the back rooms that you cannot find in real life. A lot of people have dreams like these, me included, although to me these aren't horror dreams or nightmares. And liminal spaces like these feel oddly comfortable in my dreams, at least. My brain does not associate these with scariness. I kind of like liminality, because then again, I'm more of an introverted person, and I do enjoy sometimes being alone somewhere, all by myself. So maybe it's also because of that. Source for the monster was revealed to me in the dream. Yeah, there was a wasn't there a molecule that got first? There was a chemist who said it was revealed to him in a dream, and I mean, I do believe him, because some people do have dreams like that, where it just happens to be something that is correct, and then he did discover that very same exact molecule. I forgot which molecule it was. Have to check. Because I remember reading that he dreamed about snakes biting their own tails and then forming a ring, and then apparently turned into a chemical. That's a Whalmer, but it's unfortunately not a shiny Whalmer, so let's try again. So the waiting time that I have for this frame is about 259 seconds, which translates into 4 minutes, which is okay. But in Ruby I do have a much shorter time. Although this is the time that I have to work with. I am getting impatient with the Whalmer though, but sometimes sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's not fast. Even though I have to say that with RNG manipulation you are cutting down on a very large or long amount of time. Because if I would do that the standard way of just resetting over and over, That's just leaving it up to luck, and luck means it could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be in 10 years, you never know. And with RNG manipulation, at least I am more likely getting it today than if I would be doing it the normal way. Ramanujan would almost never give mathematical proofs for his breakthroughs. He said it was some goddess that revealed the information. Yeah, I mean, I remember reading about that. There's also that also happened with some religions where they said an angel said it or God said it. Just realized I probably should have asked about your brother might get demonetized. No, I don't think that. No problem. I'm not gonna get demonetized for that. I cannot get demonetized if I'm not monetized in the first place, right? No, but I mean, you think retroactively, should I get monetized and getting demonetized? No, I won't get demonetized because of that. But yeah, should everything continue like usual, I should get the first full monetization package by April, and then I can also finally have channel members and people can donate in the chat and can give me a super thanks as a comment under a video of mine. Is manipulation sort of like cheating in a way? That's up for debate, and the debate is very hot in this one. I mean, there's a camp of people saying no, this is not manipulation, this is not using an action replay. And I'm not changing any data internally or externally from the game. This is just me with a program where I type in information that I know of the game. And the program telling me, okay, if you wait exactly 259 seconds and 311 milliseconds, and if you press A on that moment, then you'll get a shiny, and the shiny will have these and these IVs and these stats and that personality value and yada yada. Is that cheating? I mean, I'm not changing anything of the game. But if you say using a program like this, even though it doesn't change anything like action replay does or hacking or ejection, if you think that's cheating, that's fine. There's a other whole camp out there on the internet thinking that what I'm doing right now is cheating. They consider it to be cheating. I'm also not gatekeeping or saying one or the other is better. I'm just saying go for what you like. I've done both. I've done normal, just resetting for a shiny, and I've done this, and I prefer doing this. Because it's got more skill that you need. You need to understand how the game mathematically calculates these shinies. Oops, no, that wasn't good. I was a bit late. Do that one again. Okay. There we go. But yeah, it's a hot debate whether or not it is cheating or if it isn't. I say it's up to the viewer. If you say that's cheating, that's fine. I see your viewpoint, I see where you're coming from. But I just asked people with that opinion that they don't spam in the chat or flame me for using RNG manipulation, because that's just, I mean, I already explained why. Because I think that there should be more streams like these. The normal standard shiny hunts, there's already a dime a dozen of these online right now. But RNG manipulation, not so much, and yeah, I like the technical aspect about it. I like the fact that it's a fun way of getting shinies. And I have a lot of shinies because of that. Should I be done with Generation 3? I mean, still there's not completely done with Ruby and even not with Emerald. This is gonna be the Wild Wednesdays. Then there's gonna be the Shiny Latias this Saturday, and maybe Sunday as well, or another weekend if she decides to be very stubborn. I had to do multiple streams to get, for example, Latios. So who knows? And should I get Latias, then I'll try to hunt a shiny Rayquaza. And after that, I planned on doing the Safari Sundays and Safari Saturdays. So I'll try getting all the Safari shinies that I want. And hopefully also one day I'll be able to do the custom events that Blissey made. At least I think one of them, the Jirachi one, and maybe others I can get to work on my French Ruby and my German Sapphire. Then there's also the I still have a Sapphire cartridge where the battery is empty, and I want to start a new save file on that one. So that's also a whole list of hunts that I'm gonna do again. Or, I mean, it's gonna be a roaming shiny Latias, and also the shiny Kyogre. Which, should I get it, it's gonna be fast because I'm gonna use a Master Ball on this one. The Reggies, I guess I could shiny hunt them again. Maybe I can try and get a ID and secret ID combo that makes it so that I can get square shinies. The shinies that I get here are, should I transfer them to the new generations, they would be star shinies. And it also shows that in the Pokéfinder program. You know, the program you can't see right now because of a glitch. But I can also try to get for the Sapphire, and try to get more square shinies. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see the difference in this generation, but should I trade them to the newer generations, and some of you may in the future become a Patreon, or you give me money in some capacity, then that would be interesting for those people, because maybe they want a shiny as a square shiny and not a star shiny. Agree, math is cheating. It depends on who you ask. I am good at cheating. Yeah, you want a cheating competition. I had a dream I was playing Pokémon Diamond, which is strange because I don't think that exists. Pokémon Diamond exists. It's for the DS, it's Generation 4. Although I did tell you to play Platinum instead, because it's basically the same game, but Platinum is better. And has more things to do in it. And has some, how do you say, quality of life improvements. But yeah, Pokemon Diamond does exist. Also, Shining Diamond, the remake on the Switch. Although I would tell you to play the DS games first. And with that, Platinum would suffice. But I do remember, James, that you told me that you had a DS game that has like 501 or 1001, and I think Pokemon Diamond and Pearl on that cartridge as well. So technically you can play all of them. Yeah, and there's that Sapphire where I also get a shiny Southern Island Latios again. A shiny roaming Latias, which I'll also try to get. The shiny Kyogre that I mentioned before. Maybe other Gen 3 shinies. Again, shiny Reggies. And maybe any of Blissey's any of Blissy's events, hopefully, when I get them to work. So maybe a Jirachi or something like that. After that, there's I could try doing RNG manipulation in Colosseum and XD, although I have I have no experience with that. I have 0 experience with that, and apparently it's very annoying to do. I also have a Italian Fire Red, which I already played through, but I have a Italian Leaf Green as well, and I started a new save file on that. I want to try and RNG manipulate that as well. So that will bring me a lot of Kanto Shinies that we can get as well. So that's already content for a whole year, I would say. And after that, I want to try and RNG manipulate in Generation 4. And do other things like the Q Charm glitch. That would be fun. Although before I start with the DS streams, I am currently trying and put aside some money to buy a capture card for the DS. I do have I think that costs 300 euros. You have to send it to a person, and that person installs a capture card, and then you can basically capture video from your DS directly and put it into PC. You can stream it that way, because I don't want to use emulators. I do want to keep it at retail. Want to show people that you can use all of this without using any emulators. That you can use that on retail. Maybe some of you have bought old Pokemon games and you want to play through it again, but differently this time. And RNG manipulations, having a shiny playthrough, that is really fun. It's a new way of playing Pokemon. Okay, let's see. Should be good. No, that is a love disc. I mean, until then, I already have a lot of Generation 3 things that I need to go and do first, but it's good to see that there's still so much content ahead, at least for a year, if not more. And that's streaming only, that's excluding the video ideas that I have. So yeah, this YouTube account is not dead, it's rising again. Obviously, should I get a job and I can't, I mean, maybe the streaming schedule will change because of that I cannot say what will happen in the future, obviously, but I will try to keep it that way. The way it is right now. I did a poll and all the viewers said, yeah, it was pretty good, I shouldn't change it. Of course, if any of you say there's something you can do better, and here it is, I'm always open for constructive criticism. Hello, I'm with the Austrians. Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior, the Invisible Hand? So you believe in the Invisible Hand? Is that what you're trying to say, human name? Hey there, Kite. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Been streaming for 2.5 hours. And until now, I've had one shiny appear that killed itself because I used False Swipe, and the Love Disc that appeared. I mean, at first I'm not hunting for love disc right now, so I was like, wrong shiny. But I didn't even capture it. Usually I capture the wrong shinies should I hit a frame of a shiny Pokemon that I don't want or not currently hunting. It used a move after I used False Swipe that has recoil damage, so yeah, no shiny love disc for me. And until now I haven't been able to hit a shiny frame. But still, let's see what this brings. I still have at least an hour and a half. I still want to stream. We never know what happens. Maybe I'll get tons of shinies later, who knows. The Holy Trinity, the Invisible Hand, the Entrepreneur, and the Free Market. Yeah, that's the unholy trinity right there. Well, how have you been doing, Kite? Anything new in your life? There's so many mods or people in the chats are usually the ones that are very loyal and always there, so of course it's full of blue names with wrenches next to them. I'm good, just busy with work, alright. Hope that doesn't stress yourself, hope that you don't stress yourself too much. I'm still looking for a job. Still haven't gotten I've gotten one interview until now. And that one was a rejection. So usually it doesn't even get to the interview process. I get a rejection before. But still, I choose not to let that drag me down. No, I don't want you. I want a shiny. Trying to also send applications to maybe businesses or areas where I don't have the diploma in, or where I didn't go to university for, because the IT sector isn't looking too good right now. At least for me, because doesn't matter how many skills I have, I'm always second best to someone who has experience. At least it appears to be the case. And there's AI. But then again, I have a family that supports me just as I support them. So, could be much worse. And I guess I shouldn't complain too much. I'm optimistic about finding a job this year. And if not a standard job, maybe YouTube will... Should I get monetized by then, maybe that will at least give me some kind of... financial relief, let's say. Although I'll try and get as many sources of income as possible. The economy is really bad right now. At least for workers it is. The wrenches symbolize the working class who try to destroy our glorious system with demands of fair wages and safe workplaces. Yeah, how dare they want to have a fair and safe system. I'm thinking about maybe taking even more language classes. Maybe that will make my CV, my curriculum vitae, more attractive to potential hiring agencies. Maybe I have to brush up my Italian, it's not that good. And I always wanted to learn Dutch, so... who knows where that will lead. Did want to make 2024 a year where I change a lot in my life, hopefully. Currently, also where I live, I mean, it's good that I have a roof over my head and a comfortable, warm and dry place to sleep. But I would like to move to a bigger place with my husband. Too bad the rent is almost, I mean, in Luxembourg it's, you can't afford it if you don't get, if you don't have help like I have from my parents. And I mean, I could go over the border to Germany and France and Belgium where it's cheaper, but they also have hidden costs associated. Belgium has a lot of taxes, and Germany you also have to pay a TV and radio tax every couple of months, even if you don't use it. That also sucks. And then depending on where I would work in Luxembourg, I would have very long commute times, so there's that as well. I'm trying to save up money, but it's almost impossible right now. Hopefully that will be a bit fairer soon. While I get in a income class where I can afford a bit more. Remind me, sorry, did you ever have another job apart from the homeless shelter? No, unfortunately not. Wish I could just enter cheat code and learn all languages. Yeah, that would be so amazing. Or just install languages like you would on a computer. How much is the rent where you live? It depends, but usually a 3 or 2 bedroom flat would cost over €1,000 per month, if not more. And that's just ridiculous for such small apartments. They're not even apartments half of the time, they're studios, so even smaller. Taxes? Are you rethinking about talking about our Lord and Savior, the Invisible Hand? Yeah, I mean, I am not anti-taxes, but not every single tax is a good tax in my eyes. In Germany, the way that you have to pay like radio and TV taxes every 2-3 months, and even if you're like me and you don't listen to the radio and you don't watch TV, that does suck. You know, that's hundreds of euros per year that you don't have, and you could have invested into something else. So wow, exactly, Kite. If you want to buy a normal house, 4-bedroom house, nothing too big, you have to go over €1 million. And if it's not that, maybe a bit over $500,000, but then again, you need to, who do you know who has €500,000 lying around? At least I don't really know people like that. So you have to go to the bank to get a loan, and with the things with the interest and the rates things are going right now, you have to pay over €1 million for a small apartment or a super small house. I don't see that, and it's not like I would get approved for a loan like that anyway. So I'm probably looking into renting for the rest of my life, maybe. Not that I really have the choice, but even that is a bit too expensive right now. Action replay for humans, learn all languages, yeah. You wouldn't pirate a language? I would download a language. But imagine if you, do you know the Vietnamese Pokémon hack? That isn't Vietnamese, Crystal, it's not Vietnamese at all, it's somehow translated in English, and the translation is absolutely weird. It says elf monsters and back, FUCK, And words like these, I don't know what went wrong there, but imagine a scenario like that where you download Vietnamese into your brain and it's a pirate attacked version and it's bad. And then you accidentally say raunchy things. At least that sounds like some kind of funny scenario that would happen in some kind of dystopian cyborg novel or story. Oh, the Whooper that has a text. This, yeah, it's funny. It's really it has such a weird text. Also says something about elf monster. Like Professor Oak is an elf monster, something like that. It's very strange. Although very hilarious to watch. Or play as well. Okay. Let's hope this is correct. Well, it's a Whalmer, but it's not shiny. Still not. Very unlucky Wild Wednesday. Well, we still have 1.5 hours approximately, so let's not give up this early. Though I do wonder why I'm consistently not hitting the frame. Maybe I can, I can always change things up and go somewhere else and hunt somewhere else if this becomes too monotonous. I think we could maybe, I could go to the Rostorf Tunnel, is that the name? And try to get a shiny Whismer. I mean, it's a shame that you don't see the program, but still I can use the Pokéfinder program, and there's a good amount of shinies that I still haven't gotten. But that's also you. I like to keep my streams democratic. But yeah, I think we would be maybe interesting to change up things a bit. So that's the Rostorf Tunnel exactly, and I want a shiny. Okay, so the earliest frame I get is 15,436. Let's see if I use a synchronize. If I use a synchronize, I'll get it even earlier. And since it's in a cave, I need to use the Inside Sweet Centilave 268. Type that in. Then it's already set for the next. There we go. Oh, even earlier. Wow. Okay. So. Okay, I'll do this reset and then I'll think I'll change and go to Rostorf Tunnel just to see if I can get some other shinies in the meantime. I mean, the shiny Whalmer will be eventually will happen. Either in this stream or a future Wild Wednesday stream. But I don't want to, I would dislike for this stream to be the one where I get absolutely no shinies. I mean, it is a possibility, but not willing to let that happen. Let's hope I'll get my timing correctly within the next hour or so. I'm willing to listen to suggestions. For example, the Skitty I can actually do now because I have a synchronizer. or others. I mean, the Whisper would be nice. I also don't have a shiny, what's the Piranha Pokemon called again that evolves into Sharpedo? It's Carvana in German, but I forgot the English name. I think it's also Carvana in French. It's the one that evolves into Sharpedo, or Torheido in German. Okay, 10 seconds remaining. 5. Let's see, that was correct. No, it wasn't. Okay. Top 5 ideologies. 5 woke moralism, 4 Stalinism, 3 Austrian economics, 2 Peronism, 1 bureaucracy. What kind of list that is? Where's my... No, number 1 is gay automated space communism that you see in Star Trek and the likes. It's the same name in English? Okay. Okay, let's go to Wismar Tunnel or Rostorf Tunnel. Metaflur Tunnel in German. This tunnel only spawns Wismar, so this one. Right, so I think I go. Wait. Trade places so that my synchronizer is in first place. I save and I'll check the frame. The earliest frame I get is 15,159, which again you can see because the program is glitching, but that doesn't matter. And then let's try again. Getting every gold symbol in this game is horrendously difficult, although I am willing on doing that because I do want a 100% emerald, and I'm also willing. I think that would be very fun doing streams like these as well. Bureaucracy is based, yeah, it can help, but it can also be bad. Look at Germany, where sometimes bureaucracy makes everything worse. It is to some extent needed though, if you want to have a cultural and civilized society. I agree. I agree with that. I'm not just reductively saying bureaucracy sucks and not thinking about all the ways it is necessary in our society, especially how we function today. But there are also very bad things it can do. My ideological leanings is radical bureaucracy. I've never heard of radical bureaucracy. Okay, I'm getting Google results that also say revealed in a dream. So was I revealed in a dream to you? I've never heard about of that though, and I've read economic papers and I did do research on what economic schools of thought there are. At least I'm also always trying to learn new things. Believe we should have bureaucracy should be in the family. I mean, a lot of planning things, especially with economies, start with family planning already, yeah. If you mean that. Okay, for some reason the emoji thing that I see with the chat is now completely gone, and it's just a black circle. That's just so weird. What is happening today? My Pokéfinder glitching, Eontimer glitching, the YouTube itself glitching. Is my computer just tired? Do I need to give it I need to give it some coffee. I'm shitposting, okay. But I mean, there are some people that are unironically things like, hey, they unironically say I'm a anarcho-capitalist, and I mean, you never know, right? Poe's law, real parody is dead. Hey there, Shiny Raycross, I've been wondering where you were. Welcome back to the stream. And guess who's got another partner? Well, congratulations. And guess who's really upset about missing streams? Hey, I mean, I assume that you have better things to do then, and I'm never angry or disappointed. I mean, we all have our own lives going on, right? But I'm very glad to see you back again. I hope you're doing good. So now that you have a partner, I assume you have plans for Valentine's Day. It's in a week now, yeah. Okay. Let's see if I hit the correct frame. I was finding new servers in Discord and was making new friends. Ah, so that's good. There we go. Shiny Whismer. Hit the correct frame. Right. I mean, catching that one will be very easy. It's level 7 and it doesn't know any moves that could hurt it. So at least we got that one. Yeah, but I've said I'm a socialist, a bureaucrat supporter, and an Austrian economics fanatic. I mean, yeah, like I said, there's people unironically saying I'm an anarchist, which is usually a very leftist position, and then they say I'm an anarcho-capitalist, which are ideologies that are opposed to each other and which don't work well together, or they don't work at all together, so you never know. Let's go, yeah, that's the shiny is here. Yes, and got it. At least I got one shiny, so stream doesn't suck too much. There we go. Save, immediately save. Right, so what should we hunt for next? There's... no. I mean, the Whalmer, yeah, I kind of want to do that, but that took a long time. Maybe we'll try to get something else. If any of you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. I would suggest going on Route 110 and trying for Minen and Plozzel, because I don't have these yet. So 110 is here, yeah. Okay. I will be with you for a while Wednesday when I fly to you in April. Yeah. I think so, yeah. Wait, will I? Yeah, on the 17th there. I could have a Wild Wednesday. So that should work. Let's check out the shiny that I got. Very weak, but alright. Let's deposit you into the PC and let's hunt the next one. So the next one is gonna be on Route 110. Remember the route that I hunted the roaming Latios in Ruby? That's the same route. Okay, so I go into a grass pile. Not pile, a tile. And because I'm on the outside right now and not on the inside, I have to change the delay, and the delay for sweet scent outside is, instead of 268, it's gonna be 261, so I change that in my Pokéfinder results, my program, and I should get a shiny Minun at this specific frame. Okay. Let's go. My real ideological position is Mafian trade unionism, where the unique reps constantly repeat, "Would be a shame if something happened to your family in labor bargains." I'm imagining that. I'm imagining someone like Elon Musk trying to screw over workers, and then, well, that one worker has a mafia family, and they're like, do that and you'll vanish and sleep with the fishes. I'm just imagining that right now. Kind of funny. Keep missing part of the stream because I'm trying to multitask. Hey, you can continue multitasking. The streams are constipated in the constipated, yeah. They are made in the way that you don't have to pay attention all the time. I mean, there's lots of waiting times. Where initially I wanted to stream 2 games at the same time, I still need to get that setup working. That would be interesting to see. Too bad the Elgato doesn't want to work with that. Funny again, because my newfound boyfriend is Italian. Ah yes, Italians. Can't say no to those. Very charming people, apparently. It's like a podcast, more or less. Yeah, I mean, that's also how I consume streams. I usually, even when it's gaming streams, I don't watch the whole time. I have it play in the background while I do chores or do something else. And I occasionally look at the screen. And I mean, you consume my streams however you want to, but that's, jeez, my voice. Why is this also just only happens during my streams? When I'm not streaming, that doesn't happen. Murphy's Law, you will not defeat me. Can't open another app and listen at the same time, which is annoying. Oh, I see, you got an iPhone, right? At least I can do that because I have YouTube Premium, but you need to pay for that. So if you don't want to pay for that, I absolutely see why you wouldn't want to pay for that. Thing is, I use YouTube so much that it would drive me nuts if I would watch it with ads. Without any evidence, I'm gonna say all Italian unions work like my ideal union. Yeah, that's how Italians are. But yeah, go ahead, Shiny Rayquaza. Go ahead and multitask. I don't know if you got a PC. Maybe, if so, let the stream run on that, and then you can be on your phone. But nowadays, more and more people don't have a PC anymore. They just use a phone, and that's enough for them. Can't even afford Spotify Premium, so why would I pay for YouTube Premium? Yeah, that's fair. It also depends on how much are you using YouTube. I mean, I'm using it every single day and a lot, so for me, paying for it makes sense, but I would see how that would be too much. Speaking of ads, it was an ad that told me about the college thing I went to tonight. Never would have found out about it otherwise. Yeah, sometimes, like in James' case, it can bring you good things, but I don't need ads for YouTube. That also means that when I watch other people's content, because I am a premium YouTube member, that means they get more revenue. And that's a normal Gulpin and not a Minun, so let's start again. Have no room for PCs, sadly. I see, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's stupid that you have to pay YouTube Premium to, in order to, listen to a stream on your phone in the back while it's in the background. That is, I don't know, that's price gouging in my eyes. At least that's how I see it. I use YouTube for your streams. Oh, thank you. And random war video things. Yeah, because it's your special interest. We also never get ads here, so no YouTube Premium needed. Oh, that's very fortunate, because I mean that's why it's good. Faroese Islands, less capitalistic. It's not like in Luxembourg. You do get ads as well. It also depends on where I am. If I go to Germany, I get German ads. If I'm in France, I get French ads. When I was in the Netherlands for a week, I got Dutch ads. And now on YouTube, I don't get any ads. Used to be featured back in the early days on YouTube. Yeah, I know it's... I mean, I don't notice it anymore because I do have YouTube Premium, but to be fair, I don't pay the whole price. Monthly, I share a YouTube Premium family, and we divide the price. So I pay a fourth of the original price per month. My artistic superpower is war stuff, yeah. So you're a walking catalogue on war stuff. The hand of the glorious free market. I think it's showing us the middle finger right now. Which is pointless because it's invisible and you can't see it, but you can see it in other ways, I guess. What if I have my iPad on hand? Well, don't know where that is, but good luck on trying to find that. So right now I've been streaming for since November. I think the first one was in November. Oh no, the very first one technically was on Halloween, but the very first RNG Manipulation I did was in November, and now we're already February, and yeah, there's still a lot of more content to come. Shared YouTube Premium, that's communism. Yes, comrade, that's my very fluffy communism. Not my YouTube Premium, not your YouTube Premium, our YouTube Premium. It's also much less expensive that way. I do the same tactic with Nintendo Switch, where if you have a family... If you have a online Switch family, if you configure it like that, you can have up to 8 people in the family group, and the admin can pay for the YouTube family per year. So that's over 30 euros per year. But then you divide that by 8. So the actual price per year is like 3 euros per year for internet. 1 year internet for the Switch. That's actually a very good price. That's how you do it. Don't pay the full price like that. Try to find people that share it with you. Share the economic burden of wanting to play online games or wanting to browse YouTube without being disturbed or annoyed by any ads. It depends on how much you use it. If you're like me, then it's worth it. If not, then using money for other things. That's another gulpin that I... Did I hit the same... Guess who find their dying iPad? Oh. Try to save it, or is it F-U-B-R-A... F-U-B-A-R, Fubar, which I'm not gonna spell out. Never had an iPad, but then again, never invested in one because they are expensive, and I never really needed one. I do have an iPhone, and that's more than enough. I used to have an old iPod. I had that one before I had the iPhone. Yeah, I never really use an iPad. No, my parents have one, but I usually prefer doing things on my desktop PC, to be honest. At least that's the most comfortable as well. At least to me, I know everyone's different with that. Just on 1%, ooh, better charge it then. Free market will eventually allow for moderate amounts of communism via shared market transactions. Karl Marx, 1984. What's a foobar? I played a game called Marble Blast Fund. Okay, are those sentences meant to be one, or are they meant to be connected to one another? Just Google foobar. Not gonna say it out loud because the F word is inside and that, and apparently YouTube doesn't like it when you swear. My friend made me to a 3.2 mile run yesterday and I'm still in pain. Oof, but hey, it's good for your body, right? Marble Blast Foobar, not fund. Ah, I see, okay. They have a game called Marble Blast Foobar? Really? Okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Foobar is it comes from war. From soldier speak. Well, I'm gonna take a shower. See you later, comrades of the free market. Yeah, see you later, and don't forget to use the invisible hand of the market to clean yourself. Use the invisible soap that comes with it, that you pay taxes for. 1 minute remaining. So today's another Murphy's Law stream, but that won't stop me. At least we got one shiny until now. The Whismer. Got that one. Minun I think I will get soon as well. At least I should. And Pluzzle as well. I don't have a shiny Pluzzle yet. I also want to have one as well. I think I'm gonna get that one in the stream as well. Let's see. See how it goes. The last one I got a couple, but most of them were copies. As in the same shiny that I already caught. But I don't mind multiple shinies, obviously. I mean, who minds a shiny? Shiny is still a shiny. You will not own soap and you'll be happy. Some neoliberal. Yeah. That's not what I want. So we reset. Do have that shiny as well. Already have it. It's blue. Thanks to Pokeros and the Macho Brace, my shiny Reggie Steel and shiny Reggie Ice are already EV trained, and should you ever, any of you, decide to donate any amount of money and you say I want the shiny, any of the shiny Reggies, be sure to tell me in advance if you want the untouched shiny, as in a clone of the shiny when I caught it, or my EV trained level 101. Sometimes I have a level 50 clones as well that I keep. So be sure to say that in advance. have it logged in forever. How old is the iPad? What model of iPad is it? Still use my old, the iPhone that I have now. It's iPhone 15. That one uses the USB-C cable as a charger, which is good. Should have done that a long time ago. But now I can't use these old Apple charging cables on it anymore, so I use these cables for my AirPods that I have. Back then, when the iPhone 11 was new, Luxembourg the postal service had a special promotion going on where they would, if you are one of the first 4,000 or what was it, 1,000 people to pre-order the iPhone, then you would get free AirPods as well. And I was actually among those first people, so I got free AirPods. I would have never, I think, bought AirPods on my own, because they are expensive. Very happy with them though. I have them since 2019 and they still work wonderfully. At least can use my old Apple charging cables now. I haven't jogged in forever, like a year. Oh, so you said jogged as in jogged and not a typo, logged in. Okay. When I used to jog, I didn't vape, so it took its toll yesterday. Yeah, my husband started jogging as well, and he already lost over 10 kilograms. So it's definitely worth it, and keep it up. It's going to be good for you. I love my AirPods. Yeah, I'm very happy with mine as well. Have to say, not an Apple shill, obviously. I'm not a big fan of their computers. Or generally where everything from them is so expensive and they tend to be in-house gatekeepy. You have to buy, if you want that, you have to buy it from Apple, and if you buy it from Apple themselves, you know it's gonna be expensive. That's a problem that I have. I mean, not alone on that, obviously. But I am glad that I got the AirPods there. I mean, I got them for free, can't complain. Still use them every day, and they're still good. They're also very easy to clean. Alright, 10 seconds remaining soon. Let's see if I hit it this time. Or maybe I'll get a shiny that I didn't think of getting. That's the beauty of Wild Wednesdays. You never know when you're gonna get any shiny. Let's see. That's a Minun. That's not a shiny. Okay. With shiny Minun is kind of lame. So it's also blue, but a different shade of blue. So for a second, I was second guessing myself if that what I was seeing was a shiny or not. So I waited for the sparkle effect. There was none, so it's not a shiny. And if it's not a shiny, I'm not interested. Then I reset and I try it all over again. There's a lot of shinies that I get in the 15,000 range, so let's see what I get. Another shiny Poochyena, maybe. Even though I already have, what, 6 or 5 of them. My phone seems to be interfering slightly with my microphone. I don't know if you guys heard that. Or maybe it's just interfering with my headphones. And the mic that I'm using, I'm still using after almost 10 years. No, I have this mic for 10 years now. Never had to really use a different mic. I do think the quality is good enough, and I do have a pop filter on it now. Even though, yeah, I could get higher quality microphones, I guess, but that's a question for another day. I want a cat so much, me too, but I'm allergic, so out of question for me. But I thought you had a cat already, or do you want another cat? Which I can't blame you if you do. I would love to have a cat as well. I mean, probably there's gonna be a cat that adopts me, because that's the way cats function, that you don't adopt a cat adopts you. I had dogs and also want a dog. I really want a dog, but right now my financials are not telling me to get a dog. They're telling me to get a job and set some money aside, but should that situation ever arise, yes, I would love to have a dog as well. I'm not allergic anymore. I used to be allergic to dogs when I was a child, but now got tested 2 years ago. I lost my allergy and I can finally have dogs. Oh, your dad sold them, I see. But if I move, I'm getting one? Yeah. So cats are communism. Yeah, apparently cats are communism now. Yeah, I mean, I don't live with my parents anymore, but my flat is just too small to have a dog, and I don't have my own garden. It's a shared garden, and I would have to have my own garden if I have a dog, where you have a outside area where you can leave the dog for a while as well. You don't have to worry about it running away. I'll die trying to move countries. I mean, maybe not. It's nowadays it's easier than ever to go somewhere completely different and start a new life. So maybe you'll get lucky. I can't blame you for wanting to leave the UK. It's not pretty there in the way of economic problems. Okay, that's a Minun. Again, I was doubting, is that a shiny? It's not. Let's try again. Yeah, dog also requires, I mean, I need to have the money and the space. There's a lot of things that I want, and all of these problems could be solved with money, basically. I'm sure so many viewers here are agreeing. It does solve a lot of problems. Don't like the fact that it is that way, but I can't change the fact either. So I think I'll check. Shiny Minun is, I think, a bit more teal. Yeah, it's teal instead of blue. Oh, and it's Puzzle, that's dark red instead of normal red, which is a shiny that's not really that interesting. But still, that's what Wild Wednesdays are for. We try to get every shiny that I somehow can get my hands on. And I'll also try, in the future there will also be Wild Wednesdays with the Ruby game that I have. I should totally get photo shoots with my future cat on my future RX-7. That would be a very oddly specific but very interesting photo shoot. When you do that, I put my future dog on my future Harlequin car that I hopefully own. And take a picture out of solidarity with you. So do you know where Arch is at? Or... Also, should I find my, should I get that software thing sorted out, then I'll also do... I don't have a cutter, or I don't have a content creator help guy. This YouTube channel is basically all me, save for some art that my husband does. And I'll have to, once I get the program back, I will do short versions or stream highlight videos. Because someone has raised a comment like this, that they don't want to go through 3-4 hours of stream, which is fair, to find the highlights, even though I always comment them with a timestamp. But I will make, and I should make separate videos with that, or shorts. Haven't spoken to Arch in a while. Okay, I see. Just 2, maybe 3 more years and a lot of luck. Who knows what the future will bring? Also, hopefully I'll be able to advance any career this year. Just have to be optimistic without being too toxically positive. Let's see. Let's see. That's not a shiny. Let's try again. So shiny count until now, 1. Guess we all need luck, yeah, all of us need luck currently. It's not a good situation we're in right now. But you have to keep trying, I mean, it's just how it is. I'm hoping that, I know what I'm doing here isn't much, but maybe I'm somewhat hoping that at least it gives comfort to some viewers. At least that would make me happy enough. Notorious B.I.G. is such a good artist, such a shame he passed away. I see you're a fan. There's a lot of great artists that sadly we lost way too early. Art said tell her I said hi IG. Alright then, I accept that. Yeah, I'm not telling everyone you need to be in my streams. Do as you feel like. Who knows what will happen in the future. Maybe I'll get that, hopefully I'll get that double stream thing going on, so while we, or I, RNG manipulate and wait for get shinies, I can in the meantime play another game as well. Multitask streams, I guess. Also something that I don't usually see, because I was telling myself from the beginning, if I was going to stream, then I wanted to do something that hasn't been streamed a lot before, so that would exclude normal gameplay streams, although I'm not excluding these entirely. But I wanted to do something that not a lot of people stream, so RNG Manipulation I started. It's pretty fast to set up. But I did plan on streaming more things. Hopefully that double, triple stream will work. That would be very interesting. Still need to build an audience, and maybe the times can change in the future. So Wild Wednesdays will still be Wild Wednesdays, but obviously maybe they'll change a bit in the hour schedule. Maybe I'll stream a bit earlier or a bit later. Depends on the audience. We're still early in it. To be honest, I'm not in the best situation, yeah. I think my ex is mad at me for prioritizing my current boyfriend. Why is that person mad at you? I mean, isn't that normal? Yeah, when you have a new partner, you prioritize that one. Oh, I see, because it used to be a... yeah, that is complicated. When it used to be friendship, and now you don't want to ruin the friendship. Good luck with that. Things like these can be very icky and complicated. Let's see if I hit the frame correctly. What do I get? I get a normal Minun. Ooh, wait. Am I seeing... Yeah, I'm doing the... Just checked if I maybe didn't put the delay slightly wrong. Uncle Ben, hey there, welcome back to the stream. Just stopping to say hello, hope you're okay. Yeah, I'm pretty okay. Till now, the stream didn't give me that many shinies, but that's just how it is sometimes, and I'm glad you took the time to stop by, even if it's just for a short moment. Appreciate that. It's 23 where I am. I think I'll stream for a couple more minutes. In Wild Wednesday, should I? If I would continue for another hour, then it would be Wild Thursday for me. Not for every viewer, but for me it would be. I think 3 hours and 3.5 hours would be a good time. Maybe the haul wasn't as good this time, but there's still the next time. Let's see what we will get there. Maybe there will be a Wild Wednesday where I get a shiny at every single first attempt. I mean, you never know, right? At least we got a Whismer out of it. So, at least one. If you discount the failed shiny love disc that I didn't really plan on hunting anyway, because I wanted to keep that for Valentine's Day. Let's see if I can still manage to get a shiny Minun or a Dazzle. Or maybe other shiny that I didn't plan on getting, but still that I will get. And I can see with the Sapphire that I still haven't made a new save file with that, but would be interesting to see if I if I get other interesting shinies, maybe I can configure it in a way that I get a secret and trainer ID combination that will allow me to get more square shinies instead of star shinies. I mean, granted, you don't see the difference in this generation, but you will should you move them up to newer generations. So, starting with generation 8, you can see whether or not it's a star or square shiny. Square shinies are even rarer than star shinies, so they're a subset of shinies. Still shinies, but when they enter the battlefield, instead of stars popping up, there's little squares. I mean, I think, in my opinion, it wasn't really needed, but they just managed to do that, and because it's also mathematically set when a shiny is considered to be square. You can actually search for that in Pokéfinder, even though technically speaking, square shinies don't exist before Generation 8. But it's exactly the same with Generation 1 Pokemon. Should you trade them over from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Color games, they can be shiny, because of the way the stats work. Okay, let's see. No, that is not a shiny. Let's try again. At least I didn't have no shinies at all in this stream. Just Wild Wednesdays, you never know when you're gonna get. With the Safari, it could be that I get multiple copies of the same shiny, and maybe some of them will be much more stubborn than others. I specifically am personally looking forward to getting a shiny Heracross. That one is going to be pink, which obviously pink shinies are my favorite, but also additionally there's the fact that Heracross is good in this generation. As in competitively good, so I can actually use it. That's fun to look forward to. It's gonna be female, which I will only see in generation... I mean, the gender differences started with Generation 4. So should I transfer that Heracross up, I'm going to see the heart-shaped part on the crest, on the horn it has. And in Generation 3 it's still gonna show up like the male Heracross that you know. But it's gonna be female because of the way the RNG works in this cartridge. The shiny that I got before was also female. All these shinies that I have here, this one, this one, this one, not this one, but this one, they are from my Emerald, that the cartridge and the save file that I'm using right now, and they tend to give me female shinies. Not for every frame, but usually the early frames, so the 15,000 frames, give me that. Okay, hopefully I'll get lucky now. There's still some routes that I want to go through. Still don't have a shiny Skitty, for example. And the Whalmer, I will get it one day. The pink shinies, they're all mine. Well, when we do the thing in Generation 4 with the RNG Manipulation and the Q-Charm glitch, then I'll be swimming in shinies. I'll have hundreds of shinies by the end of it. That's gonna be fun. Shiny playthroughs, both of Sapphire, I guess, because I could go through that. And then there's Generation 4 with the fact I can RNG manipulate that as well using Eontimer and other programs. And I can try to also get a trainer ID and secret ID combo that will give me the Q-Charm glitch. So let's see where that goes. I'm gonna see a lot of shinies in the coming years on this channel. And all of them are going to be, I think at least, all of them are going to be transferable, which is also very fun. Random question, did your GameCube controllers ever drift kind of like the Switch ones? No, not the first party ones. I find the first party GameCube controllers to be very good and robust. And good, the quality is good. At least from my experience. Okay, let's see if this is a shiny or not. No. Unfortunately. No. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Can't change it. Let's check out the only shiny that I got today before we end the stream. So tonight's Wild Wednesdays, only one. The other one got failed. Oh yeah, I put you in that one. There we go. So that's the one we got. But still, hey, it's one shiny that I didn't have before. And as always, I'm very happy about all the people that came to my stream to check it out. And very thankful for that. And the next stream is going to be on Saturday, where I will hunt the shiny Glatia. So really looking forward to this one. And as always, take care, thank you, and good night.